Now, today we'll see the MCQ on the point projection. Now, our first MCQ is which of the following is not a parallel projection? And already we are aware about there are three types of parallel projection. The first one is orthographic, then axonometric, and oblique projection. And the perspective projection is not a type of parallel projection. So you can see in this way the option B will be the correct option. Now the next, orthographic projection of object X on X is equal to 0 plane is. So first of all, you should know that what is the transformation matrix for the projection on X is equal to 0 plane. So in that case, what you have to do, we have to make the X coordinate as 0. So obviously the first column will be 0. So this is the transformation matrix for the projection on X is equal to 0 plane. Okay. Now apply this T on this X, and we know while applying the transformation matrix, first you consider the object and then into the transformation matrix. Now what is our object? Our object is 0001, 0 minus 1, 0 1, 1 2, 0 1, 0 0 2 1. And what is the transformation matrix? That is all 0 in the first row, then 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 1. And now just do this multiplication, so this will give the result. So let me do this multiplication. Now the 0 first will be 0, then so fourth row will repeat again, then the second row into the first column, so that will be 0 again, minus 1 0 1 again, 0 2 0 1 and at last 0 0 2 1. Okay, so this is for the projection on X is equal to 0 plane, and you can call it as S star, X star. Okay, so in this way, which option will be the correct? You can see the last row is 0 0 2 1. Okay, so in this way you can see the option A will be the correct option. Now let us see the next option. Axonometric projection is orthographic projection in which direction of projection is not parallel to. So first of all, you should know the definition of axonometric projection. In the axonometric projection, what happens that you should know. Okay, so axonometric is a parallel projection in which direction of projection is not parallel to coordinate axis. Okay, not parallel to coordinate axis. So what are the coordinate axis? X Y Z. तो जो भी हमारी डायरेक्शन ऑफ प्रोजेक्शन है वो एक्स एक्सिस को पैरेलल नहीं होंगी, वाई एक्सिस को नहीं होंगी, जेड एक्सिस को नहीं होंगी. सो देयरफॉर the option D will be the correct. Why? Because the direction of projection is not parallel to all coordinate axes, that is all x, y and z axis. Now let us see the next one. The foreshortening factor fx, fy, fz for following transformation matrix of axonometric projection is. Now this is a you can see this is a the transformation matrix for axonometric projection, and we want to find out the foreshortening factor. And already you are aware about the formula. Let us see what is that formula. So this first row will give the foreshortening factor fx. Okay, so what will be the fx? So how you can find out? Take a square of both elements and add them in the square root. So 0 point square plus 0.43 square. Okay, then fy will be this second row will give the foreshortening factor fy, and what will be that? That will be root of 0 square plus 0.86 square, and what will be fz? That will be equal to, now this third row will give the fz, that is 0.86 bracket square plus 0.25 bracket square. Now what we have to do, we have to just simplify this. So just use your calculator. So 0.5 square plus 0.43 square, so that will be equal to root of 0.4349 and just take its square root, so that will be 0 root 4349, so that will be 0.6594. ओके, तो इससे आपको fx मिलेगा. By the same way, let us calculate the fz and that will be 0.86. okay, and you can also calculate the fz, and just these two answers will give the correct result. You can see the fx is 0.65, so c or d में correct होगा. Again our fy is 0.86, so in this way option c will be the correct. Use your calculator and find out the fz, that will be 0.8956. Now let us see the next MCQ. What are the angles for diametric projection if foreshortening factor along z direction is 2/5? Now already you know the formula, that is theta is equal to sine inverse plus minus fz upon root 2. Again you know one more formula, that is the phi can be given with the help of the formula sine inverse plus minus fz upon root 2 minus fz square. Now here the value of fz is given. Okay, so now what is the value of fz? That is the 2/5. So fz is 2/5. So just use these two formula, you will get theta and phi. So theta is equal to sine inverse plus minus fz upon, now what is the fz? Fz is 2/5. So 2/5 upon root 2, and just evaluate this. So this is equal to, now since we want the theta positive, so I will take its positive value, so that is sine inverse 2/5 upon root 2. So let us calculate what is that. So first I will calculate 2/5 and then divided by root 2. So that will be sine inverse 0.2828. So let us see what is this value. Use your calculator. So sine inverse 0.2828, so that is 16.427, so that will be 43 degrees. So this will be the theta. Okay, by the same way you have to calculate the phi. तो थीटा के वैल्यू मिल गए डायरेक्टली. ऑप्शन बी भी यहाँ पे आप टेक कर सकते हो. देयर इज नो नीड टू कैलकुलेट द फाई, बट दैट इज पॉइंट वी विल कैलकुलेट द फाई. नाउ फाई इज इक्वल टू, नाउ सिंस फाई इज नेगेटिव, सो लेट अस टेक माइनस साइन इनवर्स. हमने माइनस साइन को आउटसाइड द ब्रैकेट लिया. सो एफ जेड अपॉन रूट ऑफ 2 माइनस एफ जेड स्क्वायर. ओके, एंड जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई दिस. सो दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस साइन इनवर्स. नाउ व्हाट इज द एफ जेड? एफ जेड इज 2/5. सो 2/5 अपॉन root 2 minus 2/5 square, and just calculate this. That should be what? Minus 17.15 degree. Okay, so in this way option B will be the correct. Again let us move towards the next one. For isometric projection, the foreshortening factors are fx, fy, fz, and they satisfies the which relation? So already you know in the axonometric projection there are three types. So what are those? Trimetric, dimetric, and isometric. In the trimetric, all the foreshortening factors will be what? Different. Fx not equal to fy not equal to fz. Okay, तो ट्राइमेट्रिक में क्या हो सकता है? सब डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं. डायमेट्रिक में क्या? कौन से भी दो सेम होने चाहिए. सो लेट अस से fx is equal to fy. This is the for isometric. Okay, so just make that correction. Now let us move towards the next MCQ, that is a diametric projection obtained by rotation about y-axis through angle phi, followed by rotation about x-axis through angle theta, followed by orthographic projection on z is equal to 0 plane. Then the principal foreshortening factor fy along y-axis is. Okay, so this is what the diametric projection, and we know the derivation for diametric projection. In that case our matrix will be what? Our matrix will be this. Okay, so this is our matrix, and in which any two foreshortening factor will be same. And in this case, what is the formula for the foreshortening factor in the y direction? That is fy square is equal to cos square theta, and that will give the result fy is equal to cos theta. So what is the value of fy? That will be cos theta. So in this way option B will be the correct. तो यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए? आपको ये स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूले मालूम होना चाहिए. These are the formula for diametric, trimetric and isometric. okay. And again, since this formula is applicable for all three types, again in the diametric, what you have to consider, you have to consider two foreshortening factor equal, and then you have to simplify more so that you will get more formula. Again, same for the trimetric, you have to equate all these things, all three foreshortening factors, and then you will get some nice result, okay. Now let us see the next one. In which of the following three-dimensional projections the center of projection is not at infinite distance? Not at infinite distance means what? At finite distance. So as already you know, in the projection there are two types, that is a parallel projection and perspective projection. तो सिर्फ perspective projection में हमारा जो center of projection है वो infinite distance के ऊपर नहीं होता. So in this way option B will be the correct option. So orthographic may be center of projection will be at infinite distance. Again, in the oblique and diametric projection, the center of projection will be at infinite distance. Okay, now the next one, the transformation matrix for Cavalier projection for alpha is equal to 30 degree is. तो इसके लिए आपको दो फॉर्मूले मालूम होना चाहिए, दैट इज व्हाट इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मैट्रिक्स फॉर कैविलियर प्रोजेक्शन एंड व्हाट इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मैट्रिक्स फॉर कैबिनेट projection. Since the value of alpha is given and we want the Cavalier projection, so let us use this first formula for Cavalier projection. So alpha is 30 degree, okay. So what will the transformation matrix? So 1 0 0 0 1 0 0. Now just find out the cos 30 degree, and you know cos 30 is nothing but a root 3 by 2, okay. So that is a root, this will be the minus cos alpha. Again sin 30 is 1 by 2, so that is a minus 1 by 2. So if you just substitute a value of alpha here, you will get option B, okay. So in this way option B will be the correct option. Again the next, if f is a foreshortening factor for oblique projection, then which of the following is true? तो हमें मालूम है if the foreshortening factor is equal to 1, so इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि जो भी हमारे ऑब्जेक्ट है उसका साइज लेंथ वगैरह चेंज नहीं हुआ है. Again, if the foreshortening factor is less than 1, so what is the meaning of this? Our image, जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट की हमें इमेज मिल रही है वो छोटी है साइज से, so that means foreshortening factor less than 1, and foreshortening factor greater than 1 means what? So what is the meaning of this? We are getting the bigger image. So if you already have discussed that this is a some various cases of the oblique projection. In the first case we are getting the bigger length, that means what? Foreshortening factor is greater than 1. In this way in the second case we are getting the same size, so foreshortening factor is 1, and in this case we are getting the smaller size, the foreshortening factor is less than 1. So यहाँ पे foreshortening factor हमें क्या 1 से ज़्यादा मिल रहा है, तो अपर बाउंड कौन सा है, कहाँ तक वो वैल्यू जा सकती है? सो दैट कैन बी वेरी बिगर, ओके. देयर इज नो एनी restriction, okay. So therefore you can see since all these cases hold, so therefore option C will be the correct option.